What up, people? This is Jock, the average gamer guy. Just came to give you my initial review of the NBA 2K12 demo. It released on September 20th, 2011 on the PSN network and Xbox 360 on Xbox Live. Um, Came to talk to you about like little things like the far as the presentation, how the game plays and everything. If you played last year's game, they did a hell of a job with the presentation, but they stepped it up. I don't know how those guys do it, but they stepped it up. Um, as you see here, it's coming up in a second where they show like it's like a television intro. Like they show all like the superstars in the game. Like showing some of their mannerisms or whatever like that. The crowd looks great. Um, I think they did a hell of a job with the presentation. If you notice like the minor details of last year and previous years before, they had like everyone on the bench, but it was like to the point where they didn't look like the real people unless they subbed in. It's like they morphed into a new character. All the characters, or like all the NBA players are there now. They look like real NBA players on the bench now. Um, they made some changes to the gameplay also. One thing I noticed, like as far as like the guys handling the ball this year. Last year you can like do crossovers, spin moves, and stuff like that. But as far it felt kind of stiff. On this year, it feels more fluid this year. Like you can break out of different moves or chain different moves together like a crossover and spin move, but it looks smoother. It feels smoother when you're playing the game. Second thing I want to talk about with from the demo is that Dirk plays like Dirk this year. He doesn't play like a 7 foot shooting guard, so that's cool to see. And like the players look like themselves. It looks more realistic this year too. Where as far as these two teams that I'm concerned with anyway. Um, Chris Bosh definitely looks like Chris Bosh. You know, take that how you want it, but he looks like Chris Bosh. Like for us the crowds, they're more animated this year, and like the stadium sounds, which you can't hear right now because I'm just recording the voiceover for this review. The stadium sounds are pretty ridiculous. Um, I think they did a great job with that. Um, like if you play around with like if you play the demo, try the demo out, and you get fouled at the foul line with the Mavs since they're the home team. Um, it's a little clip on there. It sounds like Lil Jon saying "yeah," like when you make the shot. I thought that was pretty funny to hear, but hearing that makes like they pay attention to details like that. I'm pretty sure like like for the Atlanta Hawks, which that's where I'm at in Atlanta. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna try to listen out for the different stadium sounds there and see if they're see if they're true to life or whatever. So, but 2K has always been the company to pay attention to details like that. I wish EA would do a better job with their football games as far as that. They tried to do something on this year's Madden, which plays pretty well. I like Madden, but as far as the presentation, they're still behind on 2K. Um, Another thing I want that what I researched about this game, like far as the AI, um, like say for instance fourth quarter. Uh, Last year, the AI didn't utilize. you know, they did some of it, but it was like forced. So like say for instance, they like if they're like the Miami Heat are down, they would give D Wade the green light to take over a game. So you know the ball is going to be in his hands in the last few moments of the game, which will make it a more realistic NBA experience. So I'm glad to hear that. Um, just you know another thing I noticed like how last year you know like one of the growing pains of learning how to play that game. Um, the defense was like ball hawks. Like they wouldn't be facing the ball, and they'll just turn around and swipe the ball out your hands or what you know like put the hands in the passing lane. They toned that down this year, so that should be a more enjoyable experience. But they say that like the help defense, they amped up the help defense too. So um, we don't want an easier game. We just don't want to, you know, like we want a more realistic game. So they worked on that. So and you know, I'm just happy that they happy to have this game, you know, a small part of this game in our hands. I can't wait to October 4th when the game releases. This game releases on Xbox 360, PS3, PSP, Wii, and I think that's all the consoles that they're releasing it on. But I'm looking forward to playing this game. I can't wait to get it in my hands and give a thorough review of this game. So um, thank you for looking at my video. You can follow me on Twitter on Who's Jock LaFleur on Twitter. Thanks for watching.